What's up, Tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy Travels, and this is another installment of the Bachelorette Round, Brown, and Abroad edition. Okay, so for those who follow me on Facebook, know that I went on another little date with the gentleman, and that there was like a little situation on the cable cars. So at the very last minute, now remember, he's leaving on Friday and it is Tuesday. And we were talking earlier, and things in our chat got a little, a little personal and whatnot. And then I don't know, it ended up coming up that he was going to go up to the botanical gardens and then continue hiking. Now, I had told him that I wanted to see him again, and he was just like, well, I'm working, I don't know when I can see you again, blah, blah, blah. Then we have this like intimate conversation kind of thing, and then next thing you know, he messages me and he's like, plans have changed. I'm going up to the botanical gardens, and then from there I'm going to continue up hiking. And I'm kind of like, wait, what? Okay. And he said, if you want to meet me, because he knew that I had been wanting to go up to the botanical gardens. And so I go, okay. So are you going with friends? And he's like, oh, I don't have any friends. And he's like making a joke. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, so you just decided to go hiking and not like want to spend time with me? Like, and I know he's not looking for anything serious, and that's actually great because you're leaving on Friday. And so we can basically not try to put all my business out there, but we could have like a little short little fling, and then you leave. And it was like this amazing experience that we had together, and you go and whatever. And I'm like, you would rather go hiking alone and not like, I don't know, maybe go to dinner, spend some time together? Like, what? And so I'm like, oh, okay, because he's like, yeah, I said something kind of along those lines, and he's like, oh, I would, this was something about me getting out of work. Like, well, I could be a reason for you to get out of work, not hiking. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'll meet you at the botanical gardens. And I'm like, when? And he's like, in 10 minutes. I'm like, oh God. So I had already been showered or whatever. I just hadn't like fully gotten myself together. Quickly get myself together, go and meet him at the cable cars. Now the cable cars, that like are on a cable, and they, lead you up a mountain. Pretty awesome. Haven't been on one that I know of in my life. So here's an opportunity, like he and we haven't kissed or anything like that, but we had intimate discussions, so we haven't kissed or anything like that. So I'm thinking, yes, this is gonna be awesome. Cable car, kind of romantic, riding up along, like a mountain or whatnot. And so we go to get on the cable car, and some heifer gets on the cable car with us. What? First of all, it's COVID. Second of all, we're obviously together, or maybe she didn't think we were together because, people automatically assume you're black, he's white, you're not together. And then, so she jumped on the cable car with us. Like, for real? Like, for real? I'm trying to be alone with this guy. We haven't had much time together. He's leaving in a couple days, and you gonna get on this cable car with us when you could have gotten on the next one that was literally seconds behind this one. It wasn't like she had to wait however many minutes. It was seconds behind ours. Like, great. So we ride up, we're talking. She's like realizing, oh, they know each other. This is oops. And she's trying to, not get into our conversation. But no, B, you're in the conversation now. You got on here with us. Thanks a lot. So anyway, we get off. We get to the botanical gardens. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I even told him when we got off the cable car to the botanical garden, as we're walking along, I said I was, kind of ticked off. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Because, language barriers, he's good with English, but not great. And so there's a little language barrier. So I said I was mad. I was frustrated that she got on the cable car because, was hoping that there would be maybe a kiss or something. And he's, and we go off on conversation. He doesn't really say much. So then we're in botanical gardens. It's romantic. It's beautiful. There are moments where, we're bantering per usual and laughter, and he's sarcastic, and it's great. But once again, no move, no nothing. Now, earlier he called me hot. Earlier he said that I turned him on multiple occasions. Him thinking about me turned him on. But yet, there was no action. And then, going through the botanical gardens, you kind of start up top and then you go down, but then you gotta come up. Dear God. It's definitely not handicap accessible as far as I know. I didn't see that anywhere. Even coming down, this is rough coming down. And he even said, this is not wheelchair friendly. No, not at all. So going back up, there's no anything to help you get back up. It's, And so I'm just slowly getting back into shape of, doing a lot of walking, climbing stairs, doing inclines. And so I was sweating, huffing and puffing in embarrassment. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I am half dead. Now, earlier he had talked about how he likes him a BBW woman. Yeah, he likes a woman with curves. He likes a woman with meat on her bones. But he kept trying to convince me to go hiking with him. Keep in mind, earlier, I had a guy who wanted to go hiking. We had never met. He wanted our first meeting to be hiking. First of all, no, have you not seen the ID channel? Well, probably not, because he's from Europe. But I'm like, I know y'all got some kind of ID channel situation in Europe. Have you not seen any of that? I am not trying to be, the next person on the first 48 or whatever it's called. And second, that is not how I want to spend my first date or first meetup with someone. Sweating profusely and barely able to breathe and talk. I can't even exchange conversation. And I told him, I go, whatever happened to coffee or cocktails? You gotta get to know a girl before you get her all sweaty. That's literally what I said. I had already had that earlier in the day, so now I end up finding myself not hiking, but it certainly felt like it. I'm exhausted. I'm dripping sweat, all this stuff, so I'm not feeling my most attractive. And he's just like, you should go hiking with me. Do you not see that I'm practically dying right now, walking up these inclines that are pretty freaking steep, and you want me to go hiking? Dude, no. And then I just still couldn't believe, you're really You're really going off. You don't have anything else to do. There's no set plans. You're not hiking with anyone. You are by yourself going hiking. And you choose this than spending time with me. Okay, you have a passion for hiking that surpasses a passion for, a lover or whatever. Like, your passion for hiking far exceeds a passion for a lover. And I'm trying to understand, is this a thing with millennials? Because I feel like this is a thing with millennials, that they would rather pleasure themselves while thinking about you than actually, like, the fantasy versus the actual doing. And so, do I need to avoid, I feel as if I need to avoid millennials because they just are terrified of the real thing. They would rather live in a fantasy land. And then I also need to avoid hikers. This place draws so many hikers, like hikers on steroids, hikers that love hiking. Like, they love hiking like other people love, like, foodies or people that like movies, like myself. People who binge watch, like myself also. But to an extreme. They love it. But they love it so much and they want you to love it. I'm gonna need you to do that on your own. And then show me pictures, which he did, and they're beautiful. Here's an example. But I don't know. Like, hiking is great. I've been hiking several times, probably somewhere between 8 to 10 times I've been hiking. And it is lovely. But I am so out of hiking shape. There's a difference between in shape and hiking shape. Huge difference. And I'm barely in regular shape. In fact, I'm not in regular shape. And so hiking shape is a whole other beast. And I'm not there. And you're trying to get me there. And I can't. So it was just really frustrating. And I'm still trying to explain to him, you have a passion for hiking that far exceeds mine. And your passion for hiking far exceeds your passion for a person. And that is not me. You need to find someone who has that same passion. I think I need to post on Tinder from here on out, no hikers. Because Jesus. So I don't know if I'm going to see him again before Friday. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I doubt I'm going to see him. And if I see him, it certainly isn't going to be, there's no kissing, no nothing. There's nothing going to happen there. And I told him, like, yeah, I think you put me in the friend zone. And he's like, what are you talking about? No, I think you're hot and you're perfect. And dude, shut up. At this point, I'm like, shut up. I'm a little tipsy. But seriously, at this point, I'm like, dude, shut up. This is empty at this point, because if you actually felt any of those things, you'd actually make a move. And you made no move. Like, and it doesn't even have to be sexual, full-on sex, whatever. It could be just kissing, just making out, whatever. But oh no, he would rather hike. So you go and do that. And then go find someone who would do that. And I'm not saying that there aren't BBWs that hike, but 9 times out of 10, we want to eat. We want to eat, and we want to chill, and we want to talk, and we want to converse. You might have a love for BBWs, but if your passion for hiking exceeds your love for BBW, you need to stick with someone slender who likes, well, not slender, because there's plenty of slender people that don't like physical activity. You need to stick with a fit girl. You need to go grab you a fit girl. Like, I'm sorry, but the BBWs are not trying to be out here hiking with you. At least the majority of us. Sorry to the BBWs that love hiking. Anyway, I'm gonna ramble on and in my frustration if I keep going. But wow. I don't even know how to feel. It's just like, thanks for the compliments, but at the same time, that kind of also sucks, because you kind of hurt my feelings that you would rather hike than like spend time with me where I can actually physically speak to you, because I can't talk while hiking because I can't breathe. So the gentleman has turned into a whole other situation. He is no longer the gentleman. He's just the hiker. The guy that hikes. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm really ticked off right now. So, that is that for this installment of The Bachelorette Round, Brown, and Abroad. Avoid hikers at all costs, if you can. That's that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos in the future, hit subscribe and then hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. And as always, I love you guys. Bye.